I have my Oklahoma Red Hawks shirt on. They should still be. I can't believe they're not the Oklahoma Red Hawks now. That's what happens when you let the damn Dodgers come in. My apologies to Chris Wall. I'm going to read. I'm going to read 2 or 3 poems now that probably need a little bit of put your fingers in your children's ears warning. This one I wrote. It's in my next to the last book, Renegade, the Oklahoma Book Award winner. It's called A Curveball in the Dirt. And like most of my baseball poems, it's not really that much about baseball. It's more about the world than anything else. I was a pitcher, and this is one of the things I did learn from baseball. A curveball in the dirt. Life is funny, sometimes sad, and often fucked up. But I think we're supposed to learn from it, get better, grow. So what have I learned in 30 years of throwing baseballs? Change-ups are God's go-to pitch. Get a hitter sitting on a fastball, and he's yours. You own him. Some guys always think they know what's coming. They're the easy outs. Up and in, slow curve, down and away, sharper break, even lower. Up and in again, then it's you. Fastball at the top of the shoulders or a curveball in the dirt. You pick. Either way, they always chase. And that is the truth too for major league batters. I don't know why there aren't more curveball pitchers. I mentioned Bukowski in an earlier reading. This is one of my favorite Charles Bukowski poems. Bukowski had enough problems for all of us. You can go on YouTube and look up him. He reads. There's a lot of his readings are on there too. He is drunk in most of them, but sometimes that's entertaining. But this one I like. It's called Evidence. Whores and great poets should avoid one another. Their professions are dangerously similar. From the Roman Empire to our atomic age, there have been about an equal number of whores and poets, with the authorities continually trying to outlaw the former and ignore the latter, which tells you how dangerous poetry really is. Read Bukowski. He is an entertaining man. My other one is from a buddy of mine who passed away a few years ago, the late Jim Spurr with 2 R's. This man was a genius, an absolute positive genius. I miss him terribly. And when I edited this book of poems, these are all Oklahoma poems. Most of these guys I know. I had to include this Jim Spurr poem. I think it's probably my favorite of his. It's called Open Container, if that tells you where we're going. Open Container by Jim Spurr. Before he died in 1953 at the age of 39, Dylan Thomas left a beer can on the podium at Oklahoma University on his last USA tour. Anyhow, that's the story I was told as we sat by a wood-burning stove down the road a piece from a small honky-tonk near Pink, Oklahoma. Just 2 of us. She was there, had witnessed it all, she said. Here's her story. Thomas was drunk, and everyone put up with it because he was a great poet and a known genius. The beer brand was Falstaff, she said. Popular brand at the time. named, we assume, after the pleasure-seeking Shakespearean only a mother or a drunkard could love. It had church key openings, which preceded the aluminum vinyl age of time-saving flip-top devices. The drama department enshrined it. Then later, when a new theater was being built, it got stolen. Anyway, it was gone. I believed her, and here's my story. I'd like to own that can, or an exact duplicate, then lie about where I got it, so I could stand up in some isolated bar in anywhere USA and quote wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight. Then some other line I forgot. Do not go gentle into that good night. Oh, Spurr.